Laura Kinney, as Wolverine, leaps into action with her claws extended and a fierce yell. Her yellow and black suit is torn, and debris fills the air as she faces off against the Winter Soldier. He's lunging towards her, his metal arm gleaming under the light. The background features a Hydra symbol, subtly hinting at the conflict. Outside Buckport, Iowa, an abandoned house stands under a twilight sky. Inside, a man questions someone, insisting they wouldn't understand his actions. The scene cuts to an interior where a rat-like creature is chained up. Another man in a vest stands nearby, responding that he wasn't born like this, that he was normal his whole life. The rat-like man interjects, saying he just changed a few months ago, and the doctor speculates something might be in the water. The man reveals that he has been steadily dosing the groundwater of the small town with radiation for nearly a year, waiting for the results. But everyone seemed to have died, except for the rat-like creature. He intended to test the limits of his mutation, but now finds it useless to him. The rat-like man pleads, but the man explains that he needs them, that the results available to him aren't as hearty as those from Eastern Europe during the war. He elaborates that in precise doses, radiation can slow aging. Where his contemporaries have died, he has flourished, and now has a second chance to complete his life's work. The man stands before a large robotic figure, detailing that robotics is only part of the puzzle, and if he can harness mutants' powers, he can create unstoppable machines, controlling and amplifying his designs. He points a gun at the rat-like man's head, stating that he did not manifest an applicable mutation, and with a loud blam shoots him. The man speaks, stating, "Let us hope another forgotten municipality proves more valuable." Meanwhile, Laura, as Wolverine, along with the Winter Soldier, dodge the massive robotic figures towering above them. The robots have transparent domes where skulls are visible. The Winter Soldier yells, "Wolverine!" Wolverine is tossed around, remarking that these robots are tougher than they look. The Winter Soldier is punched with a loud wham, causing him to crash into a nearby building with a crash. But he comments that, for an old man, Bucky can really take a beating. Wolverine asks if he's okay and if he has a plan. He confirms, so Wolverine asks how much he can bench. The Winter Soldier responds, "With this arm," while flexing. The Winter Soldier is thrown by Wolverine in a fastball special. Classic. The pair is surrounded by the robots, Wolverine leaping from machine to machine and slashing at the glass domes encasing the skulls, causing them to malfunction and spark. Wolverine asks the Winter Soldier, "Not bad for her. How old are you again?" He replies, "Too old. I'm gonna have to remember that fastball special for next time." Wolverine sniffs the air, and the Winter Soldier asks what it is. She replies, "I smell a live human and a dead mutant." He asks, "So where to?" And she leads with, "This way." The Winter Soldier steps on something that causes him to say, $%. On a monitor, a silhouette says, the famed Winter Soldier has run into a problem. On another monitor, Wolverine, as X-23 yells Bucky and asks, "Can X-23 respond in time?" The man looks at the dead mutant and says, "Maybe another robot will help instill urgency." The man turns a tap and continues, "In the meantime, let me put my attention to another matter. Your pathetic town isn't the only one fed by this water supply. It will be starting at one again, but science is a patient process." As he closes the tap with a whoosh sound, he concludes, "And there are always more unknowing participants," while revealing a Hydra pin on his collar. The Winter Soldier steps on a pressure mine. Wolverine asks how bad it is. The Winter Soldier responds, $$. It looks like a pressure-sensitive mine.